All right guys, in today's video, what we're gonna do is check out the cheapest city in the entire state of Florida, which is the city of Palatka. On top of that, we're gonna talk about some of the pros and cons of living here in the area, as well as checking out the downtown of Palatka. And I'm also going to feature one of our newest listings hitting the market, which is actually my sister's house. It's gonna be an acre of land, 100 feet of waterfront on the St. Johns River with a boat dock. Chickens come with it as well if you want some chickens, and it's all gonna be under 500,000. Let's check it out. All right guys, so we're in the downtown area of Palatka, and we actually stumbled on the Blue Crab Festival, which is actually one of the biggest festivals that they have within northeastern Florida, and it happens right here in the area of downtown Palatka. So where is the city of Palatka? Well, the first thing you gotta know is that it's in Putnam County, and we're pretty much in central Florida. We're about 45 minutes from the coast, but Putnam County is a part of the northeastern Florida family. So when you're thinking about Duval County, where Jacksonville is, or St. Johns County, where St. Augustine is, we're not too far away from there. It's about an hour to go to Jacksonville, about 45 minutes to get over to St. Augustine and the beaches. The main roads around here are gonna be State Road 17, which that'll actually take you right to 207 and then right down to St. Augustine in about 45 minutes. And then you also have 17, which will go north over to Green Cove Springs and go over to Jacksonville, which will probably take you about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where you wanna go in Jacksonville. So it's really easy to get pretty much anywhere within northeastern Florida. The beach is gonna be about 45 minutes away. The airport's gonna be about an hour away from here. And the hospital here, you have one right here in Putnam County, HCA Palatka. All right, so as I said earlier, we're right in the heart of downtown Palatka. This is St. John's Avenue here. And as you can see, this is also the heart of the Blue Crab Festival, which is something that they do every single year. And it's one of the biggest festivals in northeastern Florida. You can see there's a ton of vendors here. It's about a mile of vendors going down here. So we actually lucked out by shooting our video today. It was a complete accident. But for the most part, Palatka is a pretty sleepy town. It's normally not as busy as what we're seeing right here. It's a very rural area, and Palatka really had its start back in the late 1800s, where it was a farm for citrus, and also it was a railroad and port city. That all pretty much changed in the early 1900s. They had 2 freezes back to back that killed all the citrus, and then they also had a fire which burned down a lot of downtown Palatka. And really, Palatka has been a pretty sleepy town until the past couple of years, where we saw a lot of people that live in northeastern Florida start to relocate to this area because of the affordability offered here in Palatka. So what is Palatka known for today? Well, it's really rural country living. And also if you're interested in going outdoors and hunting, you wanna go do some hiking, you wanna do some kayaking, you wanna go to some of the springs here locally, or if you wanna do some bass fishing, that's really what Palatka can hang its hat on in these days. And if you haven't heard, just down the street, about 22 minutes from here, is Palatka, where Bass Pro Shops is going to be building a luxury resort right on the water. And it's on one of the lakes that the St. Johns River comes into. And it's supposed to be one of the best places to bass fish in the entire country. And it's really beautiful down there. But it's going to be a complete change to that area, and it's going to have its rippling effects down here to Palatka as well. All right, so I'm down here at the Blue Crab Festival in downtown Palatka. This is my brother-in-law, Brandon. He's actually going to be selling his house, which we're going to feature later. But I think it's really good for you guys to hear from someone who is a local here that can tell you about the good stuff and the bad stuff of Palatka, maybe things that I can't cover.
So I'd say the best thing and the worst thing are the same thing here in Palatka, and that it's a rural country living. So, you know, it's quiet. You know, there's no traffic. There's never a wait at the DMV. Never a wait at any of the restaurants. You know, just great. No traffic. I don't know if I already said that.
Yeah.
But all your privacy, everything that comes with that, a real sense of community, and then also it can be a con depending on your personality, you know, or your age or what you have going on in your life. You know, for example, because it's a rural town, we don't really have the best access to specialty medical care. There is a hospital here in town which handles all the emergency and surgery services. But if you need to see, say, a GI specialist or an autoimmune specialist or something like that, you do end up having to go to St. Augustine for that.
Yeah.
If you need an endodontist, for example, we do have a dentist here, a couple dentists that are great, but they don't do root canals and implants and things, so you do have to end up going to St. Augustine for things like that. So, you know, just like anywhere, it comes with its gives and takes.
There's
a
trade-off.
Yeah, there's a trade-off.
What's your personal favorite thing about living here? What was the reason that you were like, hey, I'm buying a house here?
Sense of community, really. We've been here for a little while now. My daughter was an infant when we brought her here to Palatka, and you know, everybody has seen her grow up, and everybody recognizes her. Like when we go into the diners here, when we go into the restaurants here, everybody's like, "Oh man, hey Autumn," we call her by name. You know, you're getting so big. You know, she knows their names and stuff. So there's a real sense of community here. You don't get this much in this world, I don't think, anymore.
So maybe the worst thing about it, maybe the food options that you mentioned to me before, you know, in terms of maybe delivery.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so one of the cons as well is that you don't get, there's really not much DoorDash going on here. Yeah. Is that what you meant by that?
No DoorDash?
Yeah, if you want it, you got to go get it. There's a Longhorn, 3 seafood restaurants that are mom and pop, a sushi place, a pizza place. That's pretty much it. So
there's only a little bit of food options and not much to Uber Eats to your house. And if you do, you're going to spend $50 at least.
Yeah, if you want a DoorDash to your house, it's obscenely expensive. You might as well just just go get the food, bro. You know. So you're not if you're for that kind of convenience, you got. But you also on the food part, there are fresh farmers markets all over the place here because there are farms all over the place here. So we get fresh eggs. We have our meat delivered from a local rancher here. We have we pick up all of our vegetables and fruits from a fresh farmers market. So it is, once again, every down has an up, every up has a down. So
what's it like waking up to the St. Johns River every morning?
Oh, it's beautiful, man. It's a dream. It really is. It's like I've been living in that house for almost 3 years, and I wish I could live in it for another 3 years, but I just got a growing family. I need a bigger piece of property, you know. And it's a beautiful piece of property, but I wake up every morning and I'm still awestruck by it. You know, it's just beautiful. It's just so nice to sit there and drink your coffee, look at the river, look at the wildlife, and then also direct access to the St. Johns River, which has direct access to the Atlantic Ocean. Fishing. Yeah,
so for sure.
Can't really beat it, man.
You got the shirt. I mean, obviously it's
Can't beat it, man. It's the best fishing in the world.
Awesome.
It really is.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Brandon. All right, guys, we had to move a little bit further away from the waterfront there. They got the live music going, so I wanted to make sure you guys got good audio, but I was also getting roasted in the sun. It's like 85 degrees out here right now, just pounding on you. So that's part of living here in Palatka and pretty much the entire state of Florida. But one of the other things, and this is a pro and con of downtown Palatka, is that you have some of the buildings that are getting 100% completely remodeled and changed altogether. As you can see behind us, they have a great restaurant in there called Velchov's. They also have like a title company in there as well. Also housing for college students up there for the local art school here as well. So there's a lot of good stuff going on here in Palatka, but then on the opposite side of that means that you have buildings that are just not as nice downtown here in Palatka that haven't been touched for many, many years, and a lot of times are vacant or dilapidated. But we're starting to see that start to change as there's more of a new guard coming into town here to downtown Palatka. So guys, what does it look like buying a home here in Palatka? What's the cost? Well, the median sale price within the city of Palatka is going to be $242,000, which when you're comparing that to St. Johns County, the median sale price there is $500,000. So you're looking at pretty much a 50% discount just living here, which is only 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes from St. Augustine. And if you're looking at Duval County, it's $330,000. So once again, you're saving almost $100,000 just by living over here in Palatka. So if you're thinking about buying a home, well, you got to reach out to me first, of course, but the original sale to list price, so when that property is first listed, not after the first price reduction, is 91%. So if a home is listed at $1 million, it's going to sell for $910,000. Now, if it's had a couple price reductions, we're typically seeing that coming around 95%. Of course, it depends on the property, and these are just averages, but if you're looking to buy, this gives you a good rule of thumb as you move forward. All right, guys, so what we want to do now is go over to my sister's house. It's going to be coming on the market here in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be an acre of land, a boat dock, 100 feet of waterfront, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, all under $500,000. And it includes chickens. If you want chickens, we got $500,000 chickens for you. Let's check it out. starving. I want to get something to eat. So I hope it gave you a good bit to think about if you're looking to relocate to Florida and you're looking for more of like a rural town that has a good bit of a main street and is going through some revitalization, a lot of good things, a lot of fun things that are happening, and also at a great affordable price point. If you got some good value out of this video, do me a favor and tap the subscribe button below, like the video, or comment if you have any additional questions. And if you do need any help buying or selling, investing here in Northeastern Florida or Palatka, let me know and reach out to me directly. See you soon.